Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
From the 31. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The completion there by Mac Jones. And Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And Crowder's now in his 3rd year with the Jets after 4 in Washington. A dependable route runner. He makes a nice catch there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown! Tevin Coleman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and through. It's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing, Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl. It has been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach. New quarterback. And this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how...
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On second down now, it's Harris. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for New England.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it's
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 81 yards, and the Jets have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Off play action. Jones. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Patriots.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, he's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Pats are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively. Because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
This one complete to Coleman. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Jets 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's got this one completed to Mims, and he goes out right around the 39.
And Mims just had 23 catches as a rookie, but now in his second season out of Baylor, he's hoping that his career elevates along with the rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson, the Jets' #2 pick overall.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They go to Johnson again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Flush to his right.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now it's Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. Touchdown, Jets. Tevin Coleman. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
It's complete. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, it's Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Wilson. He's got Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
89 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
The people watching this one right here gave up, because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. So now the field goal only ties. They cut their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jones. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through, and this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Man open, here is Crowder. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because